How to filter Excel data with Python Pandas. Imagine you have a huge spreadsheet full of data, and you only want to see certain parts. Instead of scrolling through rows, you can use Python and Pandas to pick out exactly what you need. This makes working with spreadsheets faster and more accurate. First, you need to load your Excel file into Pandas. You do this with a simple command. Just import Pandas and tell it which file to read. For example, type import Pandas as pd and then read your file with pdreadExcel. This creates a table in Python called a data frame, which is like your Excel sheet but in code. Now filtering data is all about conditions. You tell Pandas what to look for. For example, if you want to find all rows where the age is over 30, you write _aja greater than 30. This keeps only those rows. You can combine conditions with and or. For example, _aja greater than 30 and _suddy equals New York. Just remember to use the correct symbols and parentheses. If you want to filter by text, Pandas has a handy method called strcontains. Say you want all names with the word Smith. You write num, usta, contuns, smuth. This finds all names that include that word. You can also filter by multiple words or patterns. After filtering, you might want to save your new data. Pandas makes this easy. Just use the tuxsul method. For example, fulteredatha, tuxsul, fulteredat, uxula sucks, index is equal to false. This saves your filtered data as a new Excel file without the row numbers. A common task is to split data into separate files based on categories. For example, if your sheet has a column called species, you can find all unique species with data spusas, yanukwa. Then, for each species, filter the data and save it as its own file. You do this with a simple loop. For each species, create a subset and save it with a file name based on the species name. Using Pandas for Excel automation saves you time and reduces errors. It lets you filter data based on any condition you can think of, whether it's numbers, text, or multiple criteria. You can automate repetitive tasks like sorting, filtering, and saving data subsets. This approach is much more flexible than manual filtering in Excel. It also works well for large datasets that are hard to handle manually. So, to filter Excel data with Pandas, start by loading your file, apply conditions to select only what you want, and then save the results. You can filter by numbers, text, or multiple rules. And you can even split your data into separate files automatically. This makes managing and analyzing spreadsheets much easier and faster.